She was 7 months pregnant, dressed in sweats and flip-flops, waddling through the most expensive boutique in Beverly Hills with a baby bump the size of a basketball. The manager took one look at her dark skin, cheap clothes, and said the words that ended his life as he knew it, "People like you can't afford to breathe the air in here." He slapped her, hard. What he didn't know was the quiet black woman he just put hands on, is the wife of Dante, Romance, Moretti, the most feared mafia boss on the East Coast. And she just dialed one number. 3 rings. That's all it took for Beverly Hills to burn. If you want stories like this every week that hit harder than that slap, smash the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications because this one's about to get crazy. The security camera inside Le Chateau Luxe caught everything in crystal clear 4K. At 2:17 p.m. on a sunny Tuesday, Aisha Moretti walked through the glass doors wearing gray maternity leggings, an oversized Howard University hoodie, and $12 Old Navy flip-flops. Her braids were pulled into a messy bun, edges glistening with coconut oil. She carried a black Birkin on one shoulder that cost more than most people's yearly salary, but nobody noticed the bag because they were too busy staring at the belly leading the way. She just wanted a baby gift for her god-sister, something small, maybe a $9,000 cashmere blanket or a diamond-encrusted pacifier. Nothing crazy. The store was quiet except for the soft piano version of some overplayed Adele song. 2 white influencers were live streaming themselves trying on 6-figure dresses while a Middle Eastern princess argued with her bodyguard about whether she could buy the entire spring collection in bulk. Aisha smiled at the first salesperson she saw, a skinny blonde girl who looked barely 21. "Hi, sweetie. Do you have the new limited edition Fendi stroller in stock? The one with the FF logo on the wheels?" The girl blinked, looked Aisha up and down, and muttered, "We don't carry strollers," before walking away. Aisha laughed under her breath. She was used to it. 7 years married to Dante Moretti taught her that money doesn't stop racism, it just makes it quieter. She kept browsing. That's when Gregory Whitmore III, the store manager, strutted over in his custom ketone suit and 2 shiny Louboutin loafers. Gregory had a reputation, Harvard business, old money from Connecticut, and a mouth that wrote checks his pale ass couldn't cash. He'd been trending on TikTok for weeks because he bragged about keeping the riff-raff out of luxury spaces. He planted himself in front of Aisha, arms crossed. "Ma'am, can I help you find the exit?" Aisha raised an eyebrow. "I'm shopping." Gregory smirked. "We don't do layaway." The store went dead silent. Even the Adele piano seemed to miss a note. Aisha tilted her head, voice calm. "Do you know who I am? I know you're about to be escorted out if you don't leave voluntarily." "This isn't Target." Aisha reached into her Birkin, slow, and pulled out a black Amex Centurion card. The real one, not the kind influencers rent for photos. She flicked it onto the marble counter. It landed with a sound like a gunshot. Gregory glanced at it, then back at her flip-flops. "Nice prop." Security. 2 guards started moving. Aisha didn't flinch. She pressed one manicured finger to her lips. "Before you touch me, Google the name Aisha Moretti." Gregory laughed. "I don't need Google to know." His hand moved faster than his brain. Open palm, full swing. The slap echoed like thunder. Aisha's head snapped to the side. Her lips split. A thin line of blood trickled down her brown skin. Every phone in the store went up. Recording. The influencers screamed in delight. This was about to break the internet. Aisha touched her lip, looked at the blood on her fingers, and smiled. Not a cute smile. The kind of smile you see in horror movies right before the monster stops pretending to be human. She pulled out her phone, pressed one button, and put it on speaker. 3 rings. A deep Brooklyn accent answered. "Baby, Dante," she said softly, "I'm at Le Chateau Luxe on Rodeo. The manager just slapped me. I'm bleeding, and I'm standing right here so he can hear you." Silence on the line, then the sound of a chair scraping back hard enough to crack wood. Dante Moretti spoke one sentence. "Is he still breathing?" Gregory's face went the color of spoiled milk. Aisha looked Gregory dead in the eyes. "For now." The call ended. Gregory tried to laugh it off. "Nice acting. Who's Dante?" "Your baby daddy." Aisha wiped the blood with the back of her hand. "No, my husband, and the man who owns half the ports from here to Miami. You just assaulted the wife of the boss of the Moretti family. Congratulations. You're trending for all the wrong reasons." She walked out without another word, flip-flops slapping against Italian marble. Inside Le Chateau Luxe, corporate was losing their minds. The CEO called Gregory personally. "Fix this. Now. Offer her anything. The store. Your kidney. Whatever she wants." Gregory still thought it was a bluff. He posted a tearful apology on the store's Instagram, claiming he feared for his safety, and that Aisha had been aggressive. The comments called him every name except a child of God. At 4:12 p.m., 3 black Maybachs pulled up outside, blocking Rodeo Drive. Traffic stopped. Paparazzi swarmed. 12 men in Brioni suits stepped out, earpieces in, moving like they practiced this walk in mirrors. The last man to exit wore a midnight blue suit with no tie, top button open, gold St. Michael medallion gleaming. Dante, Romance, Moretti. 6'4", caramel skin, waves so perfect they looked photoshopped, and eyes that had seen men buried alive. He didn't rush. He buttoned his jacket, kissed the crucifix on his chain, and walked inside like he owned the building. Because 30 minutes ago, he did. His lawyer just finished the paperwork. Le Chateau Luxe now belonged to Moretti Holdings LLC. Gregory was waiting in the back office, sweating through his ketone. Dante didn't sit. He stood over him. "You put hands on my wife," Dante said, voice calm. "While she carrying my son." Gregory opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Dante continued. "See, I would kill you right now, but Aisha asked me not to. She said you're gonna suffer longer alive." He placed a single envelope on the desk. Inside, termination papers, a lifetime ban from every luxury brand on the planet, LVMH, Richemont, Kering, all of them, and a one-way plane ticket to a country that doesn't extradite. "You got 30 minutes to disappear," Dante said. "After that, I stop listening to my wife." Gregory ran out the back so fast he left his loafers. But here's twist number 1 nobody saw coming. Aisha wasn't done. That night, she went live on Instagram from her Calabasas mansion. 1.2 million viewers in 10 minutes. She sat in a rocking chair, belly huge, lips still swollen. "Y'all wanted the tea. Here it is. That man didn't just slap me. He slapped every black woman who ever walked into a store and got followed. He slapped every pregnant woman who got treated like a criminal for existing. So I didn't just take his job. I took his legacy." She held up a document. Le Chateau Luxe is now 100% black owned. Reopening next month as a Moretti Luxe. Every employee getting paid double. Every security guard, black and brown women who look like me. And the first 500 pregnant women through the door get to shop for free. No limit. The live chat exploded. Then she dropped the second bomb. "Oh, and Gregory, before you run too far, check your bank account." Gregory, hiding in some airport lounge, opened his phone. Every dime, trust fund, savings, 401k was gone. Transferred to a charity for victims of retail racism. The only thing left was $13.47 and a note. "Now you really can't afford to breathe our air." 3 months later, a Moretti Luxe had the longest waiting list in fashion history. Celebrities flew in private just to get on the list. The store was now draped in gold and purple, portraits of black royalty on the walls, Afrobeats mixed with classical playing softly. Security wore designer bulletproof vests like it was couture. Aisha gave birth to a healthy boy, Dante Jr., 2 weeks early. The delivery room looked like a magazine shoot. She posted one photo. Her holding the baby, lip scar barely visible, crown on her head like she was born for this. But the real twist came 6 months after that. Gregory Whitmore resurfaced in a viral video, thinner, beard patchy, working the drive-thru at a fast food joint in Nevada. Somebody recognized him and asked, "Aren't you the guy who slapped the Mafia wife?" Gregory, dead-eyed, handed over a bag of fries and said, "Welcome to Mickey D's. Enjoy your meal." The internet laughed for weeks. Except, something was off. 1 year to the day after the slap, Aisha threw the grand reopening gala. Every A-list black celebrity showed up. Beyoncé performed. Rihanna G'd. The liquor flowed. Cameras flashed. At midnight, Aisha took the stage in a gold gown that made her look like an empress. She thanked everyone. Then she said, "One more thing. I promised y'all the full story." She clicked a remote. The screen behind her lit up with security footage nobody had seen before. The slap, but this time in slow motion. And zoomed in. Gregory's hand never actually touched her face. Aisha had moved at the last second. The slap was real, but it grazed her cheek so lightly there was no mark. She bit her own lip to make it bleed. Then she sold the performance of a lifetime. The room went silent. Aisha smiled. "I didn't lie." He swung on a pregnant black woman. "Intent is the same as impact. But I needed the world to see what happens when you disrespect us. So I gave them a villain. And I took everything he had. Legally, clean, no bodies, no bloodshed. Just business. She raised a glass. Lesson of the year. Never slap a queen who's been playing chess since you were in diapers. The crowd lost their minds. Last scene. Dante watching from the balcony, arms crossed, proud as hell. He leaned down and whispered in her ear, "You more gangsta than me, baby." Aisha laughed. Always was. Fade out on the new storefront sign glowing purple against the night. Amoretti Luxe, where kings and queens shop. Everybody else can wait outside. Drop a comment right now and tell me what part of the country you watching this from. Please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.